Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome to another video. What is going on with me? I always like doing these little life updates at the beginning of my videos. Oh yeah, I have this weird thing on my chin. I don't know what it is. I think it's from shaving. It's so annoying though, it's really discolored. It must be a shaving rash, I'm not sure. I've had this spot on my neck for a couple of weeks now. I injured myself this morning in my workout for the first time in a while. It's nothing too serious, but I was doing shrugs. Actually, I'm in this new routine, so I get up or I set my alarm at 5:30 every morning, go to the gym, get it done straight away in a fasted state. I'm actually used to training fasted at this stage, so that's good. I really like just getting my session out of the way, because sometimes I felt, you know, if I was leaving it to the afternoon or the evening times, I'd still always go, but my motivation to go would be just so low. Whereas, you know, when you are getting up early to do it, you literally have no choice. But yeah, I was doing my first set of barbell shrugs, and yeah, I just got on, I don't know, it must have been like my third or fourth rep. I felt my like mid back go, so like my thoracic spine just kind of seized up a little bit. And yeah, it's still kind of sore now, like it's still sore to rotate. If I like flex my spine, I can feel it. But the difference is, and this is something that I learned the hard way, instead of even trying to continue, you know, the set or finish the set or anything like that, I felt it and I stopped straight away. So I put the bar down and yeah, I completely moved on. So I think I had face pulls left. They didn't affect my back at all. I did them and then that was my session finished. But yeah, the exact same thing happened to me like 5 or 6 years ago, let's just say. I would have taken a completely different approach. I definitely would have tried to finish that set. I definitely would have tried to finish all of my sets, and as a result, I'd be standing here right now in a much worse position. So yeah, even though, you know, I might have to adapt my sessions for the rest of the week, I know it's relatively minor. I know it will most likely be fine next weekend. I'm not even worried about it. But if I took the other approach, I probably would have been out, maybe completely out for a couple of weeks. So just remember that next time you are doing a session and you kind of feel something go like that, think logically, don't think emotionally. Like, don't finish the set, move on to your next exercise, or if it is just too painful, make sure you leave the gym, because those final, you know, couple of exercises or couple of sets are just not worth it in the long run. But anyway, moving on, I have got some banging recipes to show you. I have some low-calorie sweets that are gonna blow your mind. I'm changing the low-calorie sweet game. So 2 videos ago, I changed the French toast game. In the last video, I changed the protein ice cream game. And in this video, I am changing the low-calorie sweet game. I'm changing all the games. But yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's go to my first recipe. All right, so my first recipe of the day is gonna be a brand new protein porridge recipe. And I'm just gonna say it now. So I tried to make this as a baked protein recipe, and it just wasn't working out. Wasn't working out at all. And I've come to the conclusion that baked proteins are overrated. I have made a baked protein recipe before. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Baked proteins. But I have made a recipe before and it was good, but if I was to crunch the numbers, I don't know what numbers I'm talking about, but microwavable proteins versus baked proteins, microwave proteins wins hands down, for sure. But let's get this show on the road, and I'm gonna start by adding 40 grams of porridge oats to a blender jug, half of a small banana, 80 ml of low-fat milk, or pretty much whatever low-calorie milk you like, 50 ml of water, 30 ml of low-calorie syrup. I'm using maple, 1 teaspoon of powdered sweetener, 5 ml of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Blend it all up. Pour the mixture into a bowl. Put it in the microwave until the mixture begins to rise. It usually takes just a couple of minutes. All right, we are looking good. I'm gonna add in 40 grams of chocolate whey protein. Mix it all in. And depending on how thick you like your protein porridge, you could add a little bit more maple syrup just to loosen it up. Mix it in again. Then I'm just gonna put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds or even less, just to ensure that everything is nice and warm. Alright, so straight in with a taste test. That is probably one of the best tasting protein porridges I've ever tasted. It tastes like a cake. It's really, really rich, and you can tell that it was made with care, kinda. You know, I usually just I don't rush my protein porridge, but it's really convenient. You know, a bit of water, throw it in the microwave, bit of protein powder, and you're done. But with this, you know, you are adding that extra bit of effort, you know, with the milk, with half of the banana, with the vanilla extract. So yeah, I think you can definitely tell that this is like top tier protein porridge, and it is 100% worth the extra effort, 100%. Alright, so before I go to my next video, I do want to say that I am absolutely buzzing and blown away that so many of you applied to work with me on my 12-week transformation program. As I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I was only taking on 5 people who wanted to achieve a complete physical transformation, people that I knew wanted it bad enough, and you know, after having a call with so many people, I did manage to narrow it down to 5, and they have already gotten started, which is brilliant. Seeing as one-to-one coaching is my number one love, it's my absolute passion. I am going to open up 5 more spaces, and again, this is for the people who are just so ready to make a change. So you work with me one-on-one. I take complete control of your training, your nutrition. We do official check-ins, and I pretty much guide you just every step of the way. So in 12 weeks time, you are looking and feeling like a brand new person. So I'm going to leave an application form in the comment section below. I'll be sorting through the applications, choosing the people that I feel, you know, really want to make a change, and then jumping on a call with you, and I'm going to see if you are a good fit for the transformation program. So as you can tell from the level of detail that goes into the sign-up process alone, I take this very seriously, and everybody who works with me achieves a life-changing transformation. That is it. So yeah, the link is in the comment section below. Go check it out. Okay, so my next recipe is the ideal meal prep recipe. It's gonna keep well in the fridge for at least a few days. It is really easy to make. Ingredients are straightforward. It is high in protein. Obviously, there's plenty of veg. It's really voluminous. And yeah, I think it's gonna suit a lot of you really well. So as you can see, I have already got a head start on some of the ingredients. I have chopped half an onion up into thin strips. I have roughly chopped 50 grams of spinach up, and I've also chopped 250 grams of potato into these thin slices. It is important that you do cut them thin, just so you know it feels like you have more, and also so it reduces the cooking time. So now I'm going to spray a Pyrex dish with some 1-calorie spray. I'm going to sprinkle about half of my onion slices across the bottom, followed by half of my spinach. Then I'm going to arrange a layer of potato slices on top of the onion and the spinach. And after every few slices, I'm going to add a bacon medallion. I'm going to be using 150 grams in total. And now that my first layer is down, I'm going to season with some sea salt, some smoked paprika, some black pepper. Then I am going to repeat the process. So the rest of my onion, the rest of my spinach, and the rest of my potato and bacon medallion slices. And if you are making this as a meal prep meal, or depending on the size of your Pyrex dish, you might have even more layers than this. And again, I'm gonna add my sea salt, my smoked paprika, and some black pepper. Then I'm gonna give the top a few sprays of low-calorie spray. And before it goes in the oven, I'm gonna cover it with some tin foil just to make sure it all cooks evenly. Then I'm gonna let it cook in the oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, depending on how quick the potatoes cook. And the oven is preheated to 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 1 hour has passed and everything is good to go. And as the final touch, I'm gonna sprinkle 20 grams of 30% less fat cheese on top and put it back in the oven just for another few minutes until the cheese melts. This actually looks so good. Let's give it a taste. This is actually unreal. It kind of has like a Sunday dinner comforting vibe to it, if you know what I mean. And if you are looking for something, you know, to keep you full, then this is definitely a good meal. Lean protein source, lots of veg, and potatoes, which is pretty much the most filling carb source. Like if you compare potatoes to like any other carb source, really, like pasta or rice or bread or anything like that, potatoes wins hands down. Potato is by far the most filling. I've actually been thinking, and something that I've noticed about a lot of people who follow fitness/food channels like mine is that they kind of tend to adopt this all or nothing approach when it comes to their diet. So, you know, they think that they have to, or every single meal has to be super low calorie, super high volume, super high protein, super high fiber, super high everything. Whereas in reality, it actually doesn't. You know, if you're somebody who lives quite a busy lifestyle, then sometimes going for convenience over anabolic, let's just say, is going to suit you a lot better. You know, for example, if you've got a really busy week coming up, then prepping something really basic and really easy like chicken, pasta and lots of veg is going to be a lot more beneficial than just stressing out because you need to go to the shop again because you're out of spinach and you want to make a 20 kg salad. No, but seriously, I do want to stress that it is important to find a balance between what is optimal and what is convenient, because that is what is going to be sustainable for most. So for example, it could be having a super high volume, high fiber breakfast. It could be having a convenient lunch, even if it is on the slightly lower volume side of things. It could be coming home or whatever and having a super high volume dinner and then just having some convenient snacks throughout the day. And you know, if a breakdown like this, you know, suits you and helps you stick to your diet long term, then that is a lot better than trying to make every single meal perfect, and as a result you can only stick to it for like 2 weeks at a time because it is just genuinely so hard for you to do. So yeah, hopefully that little insight helped. I feel like it is something that a lot of people could probably resonate with. And yeah, let's go make some ridiculous low-calorie sweets. These are gonna blow your mind. Alright, so I'm gonna start by adding 2 packs of sugar-free jelly to a bowl. I'm going to add 600 ml of boiling water. I'm gonna give it a stir till the powder is dissolved. I'm gonna pour 225 ml into one container, 225 ml into a second container. I'm gonna add 3 of these leaf gelatin leaves to each one, and you should find these in the baking section of most main supermarkets. Let's mix those in. Let's get the lids on. And I'm gonna let them set in the freezer for about 20 minutes or so. And as they are setting, I am going to add 300 grams of 0% yogurt to the remaining quarter of my mixture. I'm gonna mix it all in. Okay, so 20 minutes later and we have fully set. Leaf gelatin is actually deadly. And now I'm gonna pour half of my yogurt and jelly mix on top of this one and the other half on this one. So this is how we are looking. And now let's get them back in the freezer for at least 2 hours. Just to let the yogurt and jelly mix set on top. Alright, so a couple of hours have passed and we are all set. I'm going to cut them up as evenly as I can. I think I'm gonna aim for about 30 sweets, so 15 in each one. Alright, so the macro breakdown of these are an absolute disgrace, in a good way. 240 calories, 40 grams of protein. I almost don't believe myself. I think it would be rude not to give one a go. And just to tell you where all this protein is coming from, so 27 grams is coming from the yogurt and 13 grams is coming from the jelly. Jelly is a cheeky little hidden protein source. And I did get 30 sweets in the end, so let's divide it up and see how many calories per sweet. 8 calories per sweet. Happy days. And I actually really want to eat them all now. I'm not gonna lie, but I need the 2 plates for my thumbnail, unfortunately. But yeah, honestly, you need to get on these. They're so easy to make. They're so flexible as well. Like, you can mix it up. I use blueberry fat-free yogurt. You can use whatever you like. You can use whatever flavored jelly you like. And yeah, I know there's a little bit of prep involved, a little bit of waiting around, I suppose. But they are 100% worth it. Alright everyone, I'm gonna wrap the video up there. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and make sure you comment below and let me know as well. Really enjoy seeing like my regular commenters checking in, and also really enjoy any new comments that I get from new people. So yeah, a comment goes a long way, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I feel like this isn't a smooth outro for some reason. I feel like I'm saying but and a lot. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all keeping well, hope you're all in good form, and I will see you in the next video.